Hello.
Hello.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Stephanie.
And
we're watching the cat on the floor.
We're watching the cat. He's wandering around.
Yes.
Back by popular demand. And by popular, I mean he came back in the room.
Yes.
So it's his popularity
yes.
that has decided, haha, now I can reach him.
Yes.
It's the Mushka!
Yes.
And now you can see his face.
Mushka.
And by the Mushka, I mean his name is actually Mishka.
Mishka.
But we call him Mushka.
Yes.
Because why would you call an animal by its actual name?
No, that's
they have to have nicknames.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they have to be weird.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Anyway, we're in camera action,
Yes.
and we're back.
We're back!
Because, I mean, we weren't gone, but,
no,
you know,
okay.
we're back. Here's a new episode.
It's another episode!
It just
Yay!
dropped. Here
Yep.
it is.
Although Mishka's leaving now, so
Wow.
sorry.
Sorry, there goes our fan base.
You know, we might be able to get the other one, but he doesn't
Yeah.
like to get picked up. So, we are actually not going to watch anything today. We're just going to talk about knitting, because...
Yes. We do that.
Yeah.
It's a thing, and
that
is
was
one
kind
third
of
our
going to be
name,
the point.
actually,
Yeah,
is
was the
knit
knitting.
Camera.
Or general craft. Stephanie
I mean,
does a lot of crocheting, too, and we're like,
that's true, I do.
good with that.
Yes.
We're not, you know,
Thanks. Yes.
snobby or anything.
No, absolutely.
I think we do too many things.
I have all knitting today. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. So I did promise I would unfurl this on camera. It is almost.
I was told I couldn't know what it was until we started recording.
It would be impossible to tell you and then untell you that I have almost all of a sock.
Yay! Woo!
Here, the
And
sock has been a
stripies.
struggle. This is a sock that I made, an entire sock, and in the making tried it on the recipient a couple of times and it fit. And then I tried it on the recipient when it was done and it did not fit. And I was like, how? How can this be? The yarn had betrayed me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what betrayed
that's
me.
weird.
I think her foot shrunk. Anyway, the point is that now I have a sock that I hope will fit.
Hopefully.
It's toe up. And so, I'm sorry, it is not toe up. The first one was toe up. This is cuff down.
It's like, nope, looks like you're about ready to graft there, Stephanie. That's not toe up.
Yes. So, I am about ready to graft. So, I'm going to sit here and work on that.
I think we talked about this before, but Stephanie did make it official.
I did.
Because she got me a team top-down sock, and I think you got your own at that Fiber Festival, maybe?
I got a different button, but
we've decided.
I'm feeling team top down, honestly. Like, or cuff down. So, yeah, that's where my heart is at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So that's my show and tell for this moment. I will have more later, but we'll work on that one.
So, while we're talking, we're going to be working on things.
Yes.
I'm going to untangle all of the things, because apparently they're already tangled.
Oh.
There we go. Haha, I did it.
It's just making things interesting.
Yeah. So this is a very obviously far along project.
Oh, yeah.
I have
it is
a cast on and one rope.
Is it a worm?
It's not a worm, no. It's actually it's been featured a few times already on the Instagram. And this is my Aran traditional Aran cabled sweater. So this is the front. It's a seamed sweater. I did the back ribbing. I started with the back because, the patterns had to start with the back. And then now I'm starting the front. And I was like, I'm going to do these kind of at the same time because I have enough needles. So when there's lots of cables happening, I figure I would like things to be as similar as possible. And the way that I think that would happen is to basically do them fairly concurrently. So I'm working on the ribbing of the front now.
Okay.
And that is something that I thought I could also work on while talking and
now
stuff like that.
Who is going to be getting this sweater?
This is for my mom.
Oh, very nice.
This is for my mom.
Very
so
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So we thought it would be interesting to just kind of, check in. We've been, mostly doing the kind of watching a show and commenting on it and just kind of like working. But we also kind of wanted to check in and see how things were. Not exactly a 6-month update, frankly, because we're a little too busy to organize all of that. but just kind of like it's been about 6 months. We've done some things, and we're gonna just kind of talk about that. So, I will go ahead and pull up something that I have finished recently. This was actually part of my 12 days of cast-ons. So this is actually, I think I started this January 4th, I want to say. January 2nd, January 4th, something like that. And this is we decided between the two of us, we're very sorry if we say this wrong, but the Kentia top. And we've got a nice lace on the top. And then just stockinette at the bottom. But lots of opportunity to do some nice things with pretty yarns. So, fun story about this is the bottom is actually 2 completely different yarns. I got one yarn out in Kansas, and it's by, I want to say 316 Yarns. It's a local dyer out of like Wichita. And I was just in a yarn shop in Kansas, and I was like, hey, that's a really pretty yarn. And then I came home from that trip, which was last summer, by the way, and I got a yarn in a subscription box that was, as you can see, basically the same colors. So, and they were like basically the same fiber content as well. Not exactly, because the one from the 316 yarns was merino yak and silk, and the one that I got from the subscription box was just merino and silk. But I asked my husband and my daughter several times, hey, how many yarns does this have? Can you tell that I'm using multiple yarns? And they're like, yes, obviously you have that purple yarn and then that blue yarn that's like all multicolored. And I was like, so you guys see 2 yarns? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. The answer was there are 3 yarns in this, but I'm glad you guys see 2 yarns because that was the point. Yeah, so this is my Kentia. It is done. Started it in January. It's finished now. Hooray!
Nice.
Yes.
Hi. Now I'm at the point where I'm going to graft the toe.
Yay!
Yeah, that's right.
Woohoo! Do you have something that you have finished and want to tell us about?
Well, I finished the sock a couple of times now. You know, I do have one thing I was going to show you.
Okay.
I finished, and this is something that I brought up on the Muppet Treasure Island episode, because I went through my pile of whips and just grabbed the first one that had needles attached.
Right.
I said, I'm going to give this one some love.
Here's
I don't have to finish it. Like, I didn't make myself any weird promises or like
rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna
work on this for a bit. See how it goes.
Some love, you know, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, it went, and it went, and it went, and it is now the $5 in Paris sweater.
Yay!
Here. There are some little ends poking out, but they just need to be trimmed after I wash it.
Nice.
But I made it. I made it myself.
And it is there, and it is finished.
It's stripy.
And
I'm pretty excited about
Stephanie
this.
is one of those very diligent knitters that something is not done until the ends are woven in and is blocked.
Right.
So like she worked on it for the Muppet Treasure Island video, and then worked on it other times, and then brought it in for the Pirates of the Caribbean video, and like she sat down and wove an ends.
Yep.
Which was also when I wove in my ends on the Kentia, because I'm not quite as diligent as Stephanie on that. But peer pressure can be good sometimes.
Sure.
So if it makes you weave in your ends, then, you know, why not?
Absolutely. And like, do they have to be perfect? No. Do they have to be hidden? Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all set now. I'm going to wash it and then trim the ends just so that the fibers can kind of settle in a little bit and into their new little homes. But I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it's going to be like a nice piece of my wardrobe in the fall. Yeah. Maybe I'll get to wear it to like a fiber festival or something.
That'd be good.
Then I can wear a sweater I made to a fiber festival and live the dream.
It's always a fun thing to do.
Yes.
It was really awkward though, because I have to say the first year that I went to Rhinebeck, or the one time that I went to Rhinebeck, I hadn't really started making sweaters yet. So I wore a sweater that I had not made.
Ooh.
And it was like a chunky cotton. You can tell that it was cotton from looking at it, but it was like it was like a worsted Aran weight cable, and it absolutely looked like it could have been made. And so then everyone was telling me how much they loved my sweater and how amazing it was. Yeah, no, it was from
so
Target.
Great. Did you tell them it was from Target?
No, I just said thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't need to deal with that. Of course, like my kid was also, I want to say like 6 at the time. So, and my husband was there, and I really felt like my husband and child have not come to any other fiber festivals with me after this, because like I really feel like when I take them, I have to make it a worthwhile trip for them.
Oh yeah.
Even though they're coming so that I can go to the fiber festival, which is very nice of them. But like I feel like I have to make it worthwhile for them, and so then I am not fiber festivaling, because then I have to be like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff that you don't care about. Let me make it interesting for you.
Right.
So yeah, no, I didn't correct anybody and tell them I didn't make that sweater.
My kids just want apple cider donuts, and like that's pretty much it.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I did wear my Fossil Frenzy tee last year to Southern Adirondack, and that was fun. So that was cool. Yep. So another one that I have, which this sounds crazy, but on the other hand is like worsted on size 9 needles garter stitch. So like, yeah. But I also finished the Pirate's Cove shawl.
Yes.
And this was the end of the blue cascade. It has all been used. I don't have them all within reach, but I will make sure to put all of the projects.
The journey is over.
From the blue cascade, but I ended up with, my last row took 5 grams of yarn, and I ended up with 4 grams left. So, but yeah, so I'm counting that as done. I'm not hanging on to 4 grams. I mean, like I will, because there's a chance that I might have to like fix something at some point, you know? But I feel like mending yarns are different than stash yarn, because like I'm not going to make anything with these 4 grams. I'm just hanging on to them in case I need them. But yeah, that is done. And the whole thing is really nice. It's good. It's squishy. It's garter stitch. It's great.
Yay.
So also will be really good for, you know, the fall, the winter, all of that. Because like the lace shawls, the fingering weight shawls, they're lovely. They're pretty. But you get to a point where it's like, you know, actually I need a little bit more. So sometimes you gotta make one of those worsted weight shawls. That's kind of how I feel about the situation. So this is voiceover, Rebecca. Here we have the picture of all the things I was able to do with all of that Cascade 220. Again, I think it was 10 balls of Cascade 220. So we've got the Pirate's Cove, which finished everything off. We've got the zipper cowl, which I did for the Knit for Food in April. I have a cabled 8 top, which is those cables. It's supposed to be front and back. I just did cables on the front. There's the satchel that I made for our very first video, getting ready for a journey with Lord of the Rings. And then I have this Forrest Fenn #1 hat. And if you've been watching through the summer, that may be a name that is familiar to you. If you were doing any of our mystery knit along, this is the first attempt that I did of that. So hopefully you've gotten all those hints that have been in all of our pirate videos, but if not, an actual full pattern is going to be linked in the description if you want to double check. And don't worry, all those little bobbly bits have been moved down a bit, hopefully, at least if you follow the written pattern. I don't know if that came across in the clues, but you know, let us know if you enjoyed it. Let us know if you tried to make anything with it. Yeah, and let us know if you want us to do something like that again. But again, this is all that I have been able to knit out of 10 balls, I think, of Cascade 220. So how are you feeling about your yarn and fiber usury not usury. That's a real thing. How about
That's a different
usage?
thing.
That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's charging you
Interest.
unnecessary interest.
Yeah.
On your
On
yarn.
my yarn. No. How do I feel about like the usage for the year so far?
The usage for the year so far, yeah.
Well, I feel pretty good about the usage. I did some shopping that I don't regret, but
it was Joann's shopping.
Yes.
There were some trips to Joann's before Joann's closed. So
R.I.P. Joann's.
Yeah, I think everyone, there are so many videos all over YouTube of everyone like, I'm going to stash down this year. And then like 5 weeks later, it's like, and Joann's is closing. And so then everybody went to the store, which like, of course you did.
So,
it makes sense.
So yes, there's a balance. I'm up for the year at the moment. I would like to break even for the year or have, more out than in. That's always the goal. I have achieved that goal in the past, so I'm hoping that I can achieve it again this year, and I am going to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing quite well. I would say if you're trying to achieve more out than in, my advice to you and everyone else is fingering weight is not the way to go.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I do
Is that
track.
why sock yarn doesn't count as stash?
No, sock yarn counts as stash.
I know, but some people say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some people
say that, and that's fine. But like Stephanie and I have had debate about whether, and by debate I mean she said something and I said, oh, I do it differently, and she said, oh, okay, and that was our debate.
Vigorous.
Yeah, right. Lincoln Douglas, we got the timers out. There were judges involved. No. But so in Stephanie's world, if you spin your fiber, that counts as like the fiber weight is gone, obviously. Right?
It's not fiber anymore.
It's not fiber anymore. But then she inputs that yardage into like how many yards of yarn does she have? Because now she has more yards of yarn.
Yes.
Which on the one hand, that absolutely makes sense and is absolutely fair. I, on the other hand, am just tracking weight. So if I have like a 100-gram braid that I spin, I have used a 100-gram braid. And then it stays out. And then if I knit with it, then I like take the weight out again, which on the one hand absolutely is cheating. In the face of debate, Stephanie wins, but
Yeah, I mean, I wrestle with it because what I didn't want to do is discourage myself from spinning. Like, that's dumb. That's not the point. So I decided to do it, but I do track it in its own little column, so I can have that and
you can adjust if
I want to, and say, you know what? If I don't count my handspun in, which is amazing, and love handspun, then I am running whatever I am running, which I haven't actually run those numbers, so I don't know what I'm running right now, but that's okay.
But I mean, it's also one of those things. I was going to say something about handspun.
It's glorious.
It is. It's really nice. But like my Ravelry tracks it. So like on the one hand, I'm tracking just grams out in like a bullet journal. And I just kind of keep track of that myself when I finish something. But then like Ravelry also keeps track of everything. So like the fiber does move from like the fiber stash, and then it is a spinning project, and then it moves into the yarn stash, as long as I remember to click all the buttons. Because the one thing I don't like is when you're in your project section on Ravelry and it doesn't give you a picture of your spinning projects. You only have the picture of like your knitting and crochet projects. I don't know about weaving because I don't weave.
They're on a different tab.
They're on a different tab. Yeah. So
I don't like, and I know this is really niche here, but I don't like how in my handspun tab it shows skeins of yarn that don't, like, I gave them away, or they're used up, or whatever. Like, they're still there in my handspun, which I get is supposed to be like a historical,
right? Because I guess it's kind
record,
of like, yes, you did still spin that yarn, but it's kind of like I still have all the pictures of like the sweater that I made for my brother in my projects tab as like a finished project.
Right.
Even though I don't have that sweater anymore.
Right. That's true.
But, you know, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I look at the Handspun tab as like another stash tab.
Sure.
Though, and then I want like, you know, where is it? Oh, wait, I gave it away. Oh, that's a pretty color. What? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gone. Obviously, the solution here is never give anything away.
Disagree.
Okay.
Yeah. But since we're talking about all these things, again, fingering weight, not the way to go. This, 247 grams. I did it in probably about a week. This, 191. So, yeah. If you're trying to like get rid of things by weight, not fingering weight. That's, you know, my advice for anyone who is planning their projects based on data, I guess. Based on data. If that's
informed project.
Yeah, if that's how you are choosing which projects you want to do next, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have all this yarn, I need to get rid of it. Yeah, use bulky. Use worsted.
Internet, I have finished a sock.
Yay!
Yes. I hope that it fits a human foot.
Hopefully. I mean, it'll fit a human foot.
I'm not leaving in the end until we find out
if it will fit
if it
that
fits
human
that
foot.
Human's foot.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We will see. And I'm not casting on the other sock either until I know, because
Sure. That's fair.
Whew.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I'm sitting pretty well. I think at the end of June I was a kilogram more out.
Look at you using metric.
But
So
well, I
proud.
mean, you know,
It is in grams.
everything is in grams. So like it was 1,046 or something like that.
Actually, but the quirk of knitters, typically like American knitters anyway, using you know, grams and yards.
Yeah.
Really threw one of my friends for a loop, like who's new to this whole thing, and she's like, "Hold on,
wait, what?
Hold on,
what?
You're mixing them?" I was like, "Yes, it's a thing. It's just a thing."
I mean,
Okay.
on the other hand, it's probably like a 64th of a baby elephant. I don't know. That's not true. Elephants are probably more than 64 kilograms when they're born. I don't actually know. I'm just trying to be very American and
let us know in the
not
comments
use the metric system.
how big a baby
How
elephant
big is a baby elephant?
in kilograms?
In kilograms.
Or
grams.
Or
yards.
whatever unit of measure you like the best. Maybe it's in ostriches or ostrich eggs, or in
I feel like it'd be about one ostrich egg. I just feel like an ostrich egg is about a kilogram. What is this based on? Vibes. But
I feel like I've ever held an ostrich.
right?
I mean,
I've held ostrich eggs, but they've been like
and...
blown out and like preserved.
Right. So
not like real ostrich eggs.
I feel like it might weigh more than a kilogram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have to talk about that project that just always makes Stephanie roll her eyes, with good reason, because I complain about it a lot.
I mean, I'm not rolling my eyes and like, oh, here we go. I'm like,
but you did give me several outs of like, you could just make it a 6-month thing.
I gave you options.
You did. And then I was like, no, that doesn't work. Why? Because stupid reasons, which...
Well, it doesn't work because that's not what you want. So,
I mean,
the end.
So, my kilogram that I am more out of kilogram doesn't count the book snake. And by the book snake... Again, it's been on Instagram. We have an Instagram if you're unaware. This is the book snake that's all folded up. There's also a skein of yarn inside the book snake because sometimes I just need to store it there. This is new. This whole section is new since it was posted on Instagram. But
it's not that I'm rolling my eyes. It's that I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And you know what? My child does the exact same thing, and she has yelled at me many times, and she's just like, Mom, you need to end this, because like, where is it going to go? And what is it going to do? And what are you going to do with this? And why do you have this thing? And it is huge, and it needs to stop. And then I look at her and I say, no.
Kids just don't understand.
Kids just don't understand. But yeah, so this is the book snake. I started, I think the first 2 or 3 books I weighed how much yarn was missing from the skein and put that into my count of a kilogram.
Okay.
None of the rest of this is in my calculation for how much yarn I've used this year.
Oh.
So it's a kilogram plus the book snake. Yeah.
So
that's where things are
you
at.
just gonna
Keep going.
take out the beginning part and then take out the whole snake?
You know what? I mean, like, the yarn. So here's the thing.
People
so like,
need to know. They deserve
I
accountability.
don't know.
Yeah.
But I did put in. Remember when you gave me like the second set of yarn that was like, and you told me it was 800 grams. I put that into my in.
Okay.
So that's like
Okay.
factored into the kilogram.
Okay.
More out. I don't know. I do know, like, I'm gonna have to start to use some interesting math, but I feel like I'm equipped to do that, because like once I've used a whole skein, the way that I keep track of it is I color in boxes in my bullet journal in the color of the project. So like I have a big section of, say, green in January. I can very easily go back and look at my Ravelry and be like, I didn't finish anything in green in January. That obviously was book snake, your, weight. So then I can reckon that way.
Oh my.
Or we can get into statistics of, I'm not gonna start making up statistics problems right now. It could. I'm just not going to.
I will be disappointed if you don't at some point make up a problem involving the book snake.
Like actually for my students?
Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because there is like a whole, nobody else cares. I'm gonna stop because nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Let us know in the comments if you care.
If you care about
elementary
statistics problems, and by elementary statistics problems I mean statistics problems for 10th graders. Yeah. By the way, I teach math, in case anybody didn't know that already.
In case you had any doubts, we literally said that on the Muppet Treasure Island podcast.
Oh, we
because
did.
We talked about turning 180 degrees.
Yes,
for those of you
that's
who
true.
aren't math
That's
teachers.
true. That was not specified that I was the math teacher.
She's
Arguably,
math
you could have been the math teacher.
You're right.
Arguably, we could just know math.
We do.
We
Actually,
do.
just
We also
know
talked
math.
about Klein bottle hats
We did.
and Mobius strips. So
we are really
confirmation
nerds
of math things.
Confirmation of nerds.
Confirmation of nerds.
You're in the right place.
I mean, not that
If
you
made
guys.
it this far, like, congrats.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, you get
really
the
hanging in
badge.
there.
Not sure exactly how that's gonna work out, but yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, any particular? You started a new thing.
I
What
did.
did you
I'm
start
starting
now?
a new thing. What did I start?
What did
now?
you start now?
So
What did you do
these
to
are
me?
called spring something. Spring. It's spring. Let's look, shall we? Spring mittens. Wow. I knew there was a third word in the name of the file. It's pattern. Spring mittens pattern.
Spring mittens pattern.
Yes, the spring mittens pattern. Spring mittens. So these are some colorwork mitts. They have 3 colors of yarn, but it's 2 worked at a time mostly. And they are just nice little springy looking mitts, little daisies.
They have like daisies on them. Yeah.
Should be cute. Hopefully. I'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on the colors. I think it's a good set of colors, but I like it. I'm differing from the pattern. I'm making pink daisies instead of white daisies. So like.
But we'll checked and looked up if pink daisies actually exist, and Google says that they do. So.
Yes, and Google wouldn't lie.
No.
ChatGPT would lie.
Yeah.
Now it heard me say that, and it's gonna come for me, but that's okay. That's okay. I can take it. It's fine. Yeah, fine. So that's what I'm starting as we're sitting here. Yeah. After I grafted a sock, because that's a normal thing that normal people do. I do have another work in progress lurking within my reach, so I'm gonna grab that, show that off a little bit. Yeah. Started this a couple of weeks ago. I had some downtime, and so I did start this. I believe it's Afetos,
Something like that.
I don't know.
It is a collection of letters.
Yes.
All
letters.
patterns will be linked and like have their designers credited and everything in the description.
Because we're not always so great at that part of talking with words. Anyway, so it's one of those things where you've got some garter ridges situation here, and then a little lacy section. And so the pattern uses 2 colors. I'm using 3. We did some sketching.
We did.
To figure out
some planning.
The color order. To try to minimize the number of times we're cutting yarn and weaving in ends. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out. Like, and so far it's kind of charming.
It is. It's really cute.
It is kind of nice. I like how it's coming out. I'm in the second garter stitch section now, so we've got some time. But I think it'll make some good knitting for the next month or so.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep. It'll be good.
So
You've got
these mitts.
Your mitts and working on some cables. I mean, I'm not there yet, but like there will be cables.
You're working towards cables.
I'm working towards cables.
Yeah.
Building up steam for the cables.
I even have been spinning a little bit again. I went on a real spinning
sabbatical. No.
Well, the opposite of sabbatical.
Right. I didn't know how far you were going back.
Well, so basically spring break was spinning break for me.
Yeah, it was.
I just did spinning.
You did spinning.
A lot of spinning. Many skeins were spun.
Yes.
And then I was like, why does my back
3,
hurt?
4?
It was a lot for me for a week. And I was like, my back really hurts. I wonder why. What could that possibly be due to? Maybe spinning for like 1 billion hours a day. It could be related to that.
Could be.
So I have to rearrange my seating, and I've been trying out different seating and giving myself nice long breaks in between. So I have determined the way to sit that I do not hurt myself in the process of spinning. And so the spinning has commenced.
Has been going.
It has recommenced.
Excellent.
Yes, I am excited because I really like what I'm spinning and I want to keep doing it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Have you been spinning?
I have also been spinning lately. I also had kind of taken a bit of a spinning break, but then found sorry, Stephanie's it's a time that Stephanie had an alarm for.
It sure is.
Yep.
The alarm said up.
Hey, it's time.
I don't know what that means.
Man. Anyway, no. So I had gotten a new chair though. So again, the spinning. Like the chair situation. And then since that, I have spun quite a bit actually. But one of my recent things, which is right here, this is by, I'm going to get this wrong now. Darn it, I've been practicing and everything. I'm going to say Cashmere and Coconuts, Coconuts and Cashmere, something to that effect.
Well, it's really pretty.
It is really pretty. The colorway is called Amazon.
It's glowing.
And it starts off like really deep blue. I don't know if you can see it very well because of lighting and things, and then goes into a green and then like a goldy kind of a color. And I chain plied it. Not super well, but you know, pretty well for me actually.
Look how pretty it is. Like sitting here like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sad if that accidentally fell in my bag.
It will not.
Okay, just checking.
But yeah, it's really nice. So I got it off of Etsy last year. Etsy's been having a time lately, so I don't know.
They're going through some things.
They're going through some things. I don't know if it's still available. I hope so because it's a really, I think it's Cashmere and Coconuts. Really nice dyer. I got 3 braids from her, and just all of them have been really, really great. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more. But that's one of my latest. The other ones are still really nice yarn, but not as photogenic. Yeah. So it goes that way sometimes, but yeah.
So with the sweater, like, what's your anticipated timeline?
The cable sweater? Yes. I am hoping to get it done by Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. Big giant cable sweater. I was like, you know what? July is a good time to start that.
Totally.
So that to make sure it's done for Christmas. That's a good plan. I found it like on the internet. It was actually an Instagram ad. Last December, and I ordered it December 29th, and the yarn had not arrived. It was like a whole kit. The yarn had not arrived, but I was like, you know what, it's coming, and I ordered it and I paid for it, and it's been shipped. I don't know if it had been shipped, but I told myself it had been shipped, so I counted it as last year's yarn. So that's also why I used a kilogram more, even though it definitely arrived here this year, but I had purchased it in 2024.
In your heart, it was a
in my heart, it was a
purchase.
2024. It was a 2024 purchase.
Yes.
It just didn't arrive until January because it was coming from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a long way. It's like a
it
whole
had
ocean
to
away.
like go places.
Yep.
It's not its fault. So yeah, but yeah, working on that now. Hopefully, again, it'll get done so that it can be shipped for Christmas. That is the plan. So you've got some, you've got your shawl and the mitts. Now, do these mitts need to be done by, say, like the middle of August for some reason?
Well, I would like them to be done by the middle of August for some reason. Some reason being the fair
The local
is
fair.
coming up, and
They're focusing on mitts and mittens and things this year.
It's like a spotlight
Yeah.
situation. So I want to have a couple things in there. You can enter 2 items per lot, and I'm finishing up those gray eyes mitts as well.
Yeah.
Just need to weave in some ends and block them. So yay.
We do know some of the people who are involved in like setting up and displaying everything. And last year they were doing a spotlight on socks. And turned out they didn't have very many socks.
Yeah.
So I got a message, and it was like, "Hey, do you have any more socks that you could just like put
It takes
up?"
a lot to fill a space. So, and it turns out Rebecca
Turns out I have a lot of socks.
She has a lot.
Yeah, so I'm kind of taking a break from socks, which is fine.
It is fine.
It turns
okay
out
to
I'm
take breaks
okay.
from things.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I took a really long break from shawls, and then now I've I made the Pirates Cove. I've got another one planned with some Handspun. Like, you just go through like phases. Yeah, exactly.
Seasons. Seasons of love.
There's seasons of yarn.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, but yeah, it's just seasons of yarn. I don't think is like copyrighted anywhere.
True.
Copywritten, whatever.
Copywrote.
No.
Pirate. Ooh.
Okay.
Never mind. It's a joke in my own mind because we've
That's
watched.
fair. No, I got that.
Yeah.
I followed it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It just didn't make any sense. Yeah, I get it.
It's all good. It's all
Oh, I only cast on 1 extra stitch.
good. Yay!
Yay me. I think.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So spring mittens pattern. It has begun.
It has begun.
It's a worm.
And soon it will be a porcupine.
Yes.
Or a hedgehog. I don't know.
Whichever
Porcupines
one
are so
is.
big.
That's true. It's not going to be very big, but it is going to be very pointy.
Yeah. For I guess you're going to do the whole thing on DPNs, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So it'll be pointy the whole time.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's kind of a general idea of what we're working on.
Yeah, that's where we're at the moment. And there's, all sorts of other things going on with works and family and summer and
just a lot.
a lot. But,
A lot.
yeah. Also
But,
some yarn in there.
Good
So,
things.
yeah.
And it's yarn. So yeah. Pretty much.
So let us know what you're working on. If you have any plans for the rest of the year, if you have, resolutions or goals that you started that you have made progress on,
Or a
anything like
goodbye
that.
Joanne stash.
Or a
bump
goodbye Joanne stash.
that you are
Yeah.
interested in,
It's like,
in using.
Sure. I definitely know of a way to use a little bit of worsted If anyone's interested, you can make a snake.
It doesn't have to be a book snake.
It doesn't have to be a book snake. And you could also change the rules, and then it wouldn't be quite as big.
That is true too.
So yeah, you can make whatever rules you want on any of the things. But yeah,
looking up the rules on these mitts right now. Actually,
those are more fixed. At least if you want to get the same result.
Knit 2, purl 2, sew on it.
Hooray!
All right. Well, I'll be knitting 2, purling 2.
And I'm knitting 1, purling 1.
And together we are knitting in knit camera action.